You ready?
Yeah, I'm a journalist. This is where I belong. There is nothing wrong with my hands or my head, Mr. Associate Editor. I'm here to work.
Okay, then. Boot me up, Scotty.
Aye, aye, Captain. We just got here.
I just wanted to be prepared.
Hey, welcome home, slugger.
Thanks, Mel.
I didn't expect to see you back so soon.
Oh, come on. This is where I belong, with or without the use of my legs.
Yeah, you're a fighter, just like your mother.
Have you heard from her? RJ?
No, but you gotta believe they had nothing to do with the shooting.
The question is, who does?
The question is, why aren't the police interested in finding out who really did it?
It's time we nailed this down, guys.
All right. Who has something to gain by framing my mother?
Well, I don't know, but I do know that Congressman Graham agreed to call off the investigation of Dorian if I endorsed his Senate campaign.
Abuse of power? Come on, that's a pretty dangerous road for any candidate to take during this political climate.
Really?
Unless he has inside information on the case.
Or unless he has inside information on someone involved in the case.
I might know who that someone is.
Good morning. Thought I did something wrong and you left.
No. No, you did everything perfectly. I'm not going anywhere. I just thought you might be a little tired after last night, so I thought I'd let you sleep in.
Oh, no. I'm bursting with energy.
Well, why don't you hold that thought till after breakfast?
All right. What are you up for?
Allow me. You have not had one of my famous omelets yet, so sit.
Wow. I didn't know you cooked.
Yeah, well, there's a lot about me you don't know.
No, you see, I already took a home pregnancy test. What I want to know is, could the results be wrong? They're that accurate? No. I don't need counseling. Mom! Hi, I was just on the phone with the deans at LU. They want me to come in for career counseling. Like I don't already know I want to be a writer, right?
They want you to come for career counseling now? You have 4 years of college ahead of you.
Yeah, well...
Well, I want to let you know that I'm going to be at the Banner today because Todd's jury is still out deliberating.
Okay. Then I'll see you later.
But I'm also still worried about you, honey.
Why?
Because something's up. You know, you just haven't been yourself, sweetheart.
Mama, I am fine.
Okay. All right, then you just have to call me overprotective. But I made an appointment for you to see Larry at 2:30 this afternoon. And I will meet you in his office.
Hi. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
I could leave.
No, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. How are things going with Todd's trial?
Oh, well, the jury's still out.
How'd it go?
Well, does the term media circus mean anything at all?
I'm sorry, I haven't been watching the TV or reading papers or anything.
I know you had your hands full.
So, I would have liked to have seen you in action.
It was classic Rappaport.
What you got to say?
Well, the jury has asked for transcripts and a lot of legal definitions, so I think it's going to be a long haul.
Well, you know what they say about a jury who takes a long time deliberating, you know? There's a 50% chance
it's going to be good news. Yeah. I hear Bo's doing better.
Thank God. We almost lost him there, Sam. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was sitting there talking to him, and all the bells and whistles and alarms went off, and people came running in, but he made it.
So I guess you haven't had a chance to tell him about the baby.
Oh, that's what I was telling him when he crashed. And the kicker is, when he came to and he woke up, he thought it was all a bad dream.
So Bo still thinks you're pregnant?
It was just like God intervened, Sam. Now I know. I have to give him this baby.
Look, Stinger, I'd have to agree that this is not the
best time to tell Bo.
No, it almost killed him.
Yeah, but when he gets home and he's feeling better, then you can tell him. Because, look, this is the lie that saved his life.
It's gone too far, Sam. Bo is not the only person that thinks I'm pregnant. There's Hank, there's Clint, there's Kelly,
none of those,
and Lindsay.
Who cares? None of those people matter.
And Kelly says that this is a sign from Drew. It's the only thing that's giving her strength to get through her grief.
Who cares? What's the cost to you?
It's snowballing. Don't you see that,
no,
Sam?
What I see is a bunch of devastated people grasping at straws. Come on, Nora. A sign from Drew? A sign from God?
And if I tell him, if I can even get him home and I tell him, what's to say he won't spiral downwards into a depression? I can't. I won't. I have to give him this baby. I want to give him this baby.
I know you do, but this is maybe not the time to make this kind of decision.
I don't have a choice.
Fine. I tell you what. I got a friend in Chicago. He specializes in private adoptions, and I could just call him and set the ball rolling right now.
Sam, I didn't tell Bo I was adopting a baby. I told him I was having his baby.
How long can you let the lie go on? I mean, you're going to tell him when he gets home. It's going to be very hard for him to find out the truth.
He doesn't have to know the truth.
Oh. Okay, so what? You're going to leave town for 6 or 7 months and then come back into town with an adopted baby and tell Bo it's his?
I am not talking about adoption. I'm talking about getting pregnant.
Wait a minute. I thought Bo's test results showed that he couldn't father any more children.
So? There are a lot of different ways of getting pregnant these days.
When Jess gets here, I have to split. We got to go to the university and finish registry.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for helping with the breakfast rush.
No problem.
Maybe I'll go over with you.
Why?
I've decided to take a course.
When did that happen?
I took a look into my future and decided to consider my options.
Oh, congratulations. That's great news. No, you know, maybe you will follow in your Aunt Taya's footsteps and we'll be a two-lawyer family.
It's one course.
And a beach starts with 1 grain of sand. You know, it's ironic. This week I was getting myself all prepared for empty nest syndrome, and now you and Jess and Christian, you'll all be here.
Yeah. Now only Will's leaving.
Yeah. I thought you decided to try your luck in New York.
It takes a lot of money to live there. I need some time to save up.
Right. Are you sure that's the only reason you're staying in Landview?
Positive. Okay, and you know what? New York's not so far away. I might come up and surprise you a lot.
Hey, Mommy, is that clock right?
Por supuesto.
Hey, Will. Have you heard from Jess? No, not today. I hope she's not still sick. She's over all that. Do you know something I don't? No, but I talked to her yesterday, and I know whatever is bothering her isn't bothering her anymore.
Mom, I am not sick, and I don't need to see a doctor. And even if I did, I'm old enough to go to a doctor without my mother.
Okay, fine, not a problem. So if you're not sick, then what's wrong? What's bothering you?
It's nothing. It's just...
Honey, whatever it is, you can tell me. I mean, surely you know that by now.
Mom, I am so stupid.
You're not stupid. Oh, baby. Oh, come and sit down, please. Jessie, did something happen while I was in China? I know you were upset when I left because of Christian, but I thought you'd worked it out. I mean, you and Christian are together again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it? You know, honey, I am your mother. I love you more than anything on this earth, and nothing you say or do could ever change that.
You say that now, Mom, but, I mean, I could disappoint you.
So what? I'm sure there have been plenty of times when I have disappointed you, right? And you never stopped loving me, did you?
No.
Well then, darling. Hey, you know, I've been majorly disappointed in your brothers a whole bunch of times. I still love them. Darling, tell me what it is. I want to do whatever I can to help you. That's my job. Come on, what could be so terrible that you're so afraid to tell me?
I can't.
Well, maybe I know what it is. Did you maybe do something that you didn't want to do?
What do you mean?
Did you sleep with Chris? Is that what this is about?
No. No, Mom, I have never slept with Chris. Why would you even say something like that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought that might be the problem. Darling, I know the pressure that is put on girls these days. And I can only imagine how terribly difficult it must be for you to keep saying no. You know, honey, we're very lucky in that we talk. I know there must be lots of girls out in the world who find it impossible to talk to their mothers about anything, much less sex. And because we talk, I have an unbelievable respect for your very level-headed focus on your future. The fact that you know that one mistake could destroy it all. I am so proud of you. I'm proud because you have the courage to say no. I'm proud because you stick to what you believe. So why can't you tell me what it is?
It's nothing. It's stupid. I don't know. I guess I'm just scared about this whole college thing.
All this upset over school? You're a wonderful student.
Well, that's high school. I mean, things are gonna be different now.
I don't think so, honey. I don't think they're going to be all that different at all. Really, I think you're going to be just fine. You know, I think the Banner can get along without me today. Why don't you and I go shopping and get all the stuff that you need for college, okay?
No, Chris and I have to still enroll our classes.
You sure? I could use the diversion. Well, okay. If I'm not wanted here, I'll just go to work. Jessie, listen to me, honey. Initially, I may have seemed disappointed by your decision to give up Columbia and enroll at LU. But I have to tell you that in my heart, I'm awfully glad. I'm so happy you're going to be home, because I really was not ready to let my baby go yet.
Did I lie?
About what?
The omelet. Is it up to your gourmet standards?
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, great. And are you ready to get rid of some of that excess energy? What's wrong?
Do we have a future?
Well, I hope so. Don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what's the problem?
You know, when I wanted to get back together with Kelly, I had to find out the hard way that it wasn't gonna work. Because she was still interested in someone else. And I don't want to have to go through that again, Barbara.
I'm not asking you to.
Well, then be straight with me.
Did I put something else in those eggs? Because you are the only man in my life.
I don't think that's exactly true. I think you're still hung up on Kevin.
Okay, so Graham offers to take the heat off Dorian. The question is, who's applying the heat in the first place?
The police.
Under Sykes' orders.
Who's Graham's man?
Now, your article said that the ballistics reports, the crime scene reports, were being suppressed by the cops.
But it's not the cops.
No, guys, it's Sykes.
Or Graham. It smells like a major cover-up to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Abuse of power and obstruction of justice? Do you think they know who the real killer is?
I don't know, I think that'd be a stretch.
Yeah, or Sykes is just polishing his badge big time.
Or else he's using the case as leverage over Hank Gannon.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, think about it. RJ, right? He's gonna go down hard. What happens? Sykes bails him out. Now you got the DA owing the commissioner of police a big favor.
And Graham is using the situation to get you to cut him some slack.
Man, this stinks.
Yeah, if it's true.
So we gotta find out.
Now, what if Graham's running this whole thing?
Because he wants a speedy conviction.
Yeah.
From his hand-picked commissioner.
Sure. It makes him look good during a tight Senate race, right?
Not if I can help it. And I can't
Oh,
help
come
it.
on, you guys. You really don't think that Graham is so stupid that he would go risk something like this? Yeah, right. You guys do.
Yeah, and also, you know, Graham was basically a parent to Sykes when his own parents died. He's got a lot of leverage.
So let's find out what that is.
See if I can search for any old stories.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go track down Sykes, so you just see what you can get from Graham, okay?
Mm-hmm. With pleasure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Bye.
You know, Kevin,
What?
that was pretty swift.
What?
Getting me all wrapped up in this case, giving me something to think about other than myself.
Oh, baby, you got yourself wrapped up in this case.
Mm-hmm.
You gave yourself some focus. Just like old times. Bye, Lois Lane.
Go get him, Clark. So Graham's campaign manager is this man named Charles Abbott. Charles Abbott, please. This is Cassie Carpenter at the Banner.
So let's think about this. You're going to get artificially inseminated and then what? Pass the baby off as Beau's?
It would be legally his.
Really? Have you read Murray versus Brill?
Of course I have. Brill didn't take advantage of any of the avenues open to her when she was inseminated by an anonymous donor.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't anonymous, though, was he? It was Murray decided he didn't want to be anonymous, and he sued for legal rights as the father.
Yes, and the court sided with the mother, citing that the adopted parents had just as much legal right to the baby, more so.
Fine. Did you read the appeal? The appellate court decided that it wasn't a case of legal adoption. That the mother's husband would have had to file for legal adoption in order to be recognized as the legal father. Look, you and I have gone through an awful lot between the time I asked you to run off to Tahiti with me and now, okay?
Yes.
And I am your friend.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Okay. Then let's stop talking about this like it's just some law case. Let's talk about it like it has to do with you. Try to imagine what it's going to be like to try to talk Beau into adopting a baby he already thinks is his.
I hadn't thought of it. Your point's taken. Okay. So, I guess artificial insemination by an anonymous donor is out.
However what?
Maybe the donor doesn't have to be anonymous.
So what are you gonna do? Just approach some guy?
Not some guy, someone I trust implicitly.
Well, I should hope so.
Yes, someone who understands how desperately I need this.
Nora, this is not like borrowing a cup of sugar.
Maybe somebody who has already had children of his own, somebody who has no interest or desire to raise another family.
Good, very good. Yes, someone with a pedigree.
Yes, why not?
Absolutely. You want to know humor? You want to ask for intelligence? You want to buy abs of steel?
Buns of steel,
Buns
why
of
not?
steel. Hey, what a great idea. As long as you're talking buns of steel, why settle for artificial insemination? Why not get yourself some real guy? You can have sex with him, right?
Absolutely. It would certainly make the process go faster.
Absolutely. It'd be a hell of a lot more fun.
That's right.
Okay, well, that's good. And now we settle that. Who can you think of for a good donor, huh?
So you really want to go to school?
Really, I do.
Wow. How'd you come up with that idea?
You guys?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's kind of
inspired me.
Okay. Great. Hey, I thought you stood me up.
Oh, sorry. My mom wanted to talk.
Want to have some breakfast before we head over to LU?
No, I'm not hungry.
Well, I'm starving, so I'm going to get something to eat, and then we'll go.
Okay. Hey, Jess.
Hey.
Ooh, you look a little pale. You feeling all right?
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Freshman jitters?
Maybe.
You'll do just fine. You're right, Jess. You do look pretty awful. Is everything okay with you?
Yeah, thanks for the compliment.
No, it's just, I figured after getting the good news and everything yesterday that you'd feel a lot better.
Well, you figured wrong.
Jess, what's with you? I mean, things could be a lot worse. You could be pregnant.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just, I'm finally getting somewhere with Roseanne, and I don't know about you, but I've never been happier to fail a test before in my life.
Will you please stop talking about it?
Yeah, sure.
Look, I've been hurt by a lot of guys, so yeah, I guess I did hang on to Kevin. I don't know, maybe I was even a little obsessed.
Look, I'm not saying you didn't encourage it.
I know, but I should still never have gone after it, especially after Cassie and he got engaged. It's just that after that one night in the wine cellar, I didn't want to believe that it was just a fling.
Well,
I wanted to believe that I could mean something to another guy again.
well, he took advantage of you. I mean, after all you'd been through, you were vulnerable, and he took advantage.
Well, my life's been filled with guys who haven't been available. Emotionally, physically, both.
Well, I'm available.
I know.
And I'm ready for a relationship that's real and honest. That's why this is so important to me.
I know, and after everything that happened last night, I guess I was just a little confused. And that's why I came down here alone to think.
About who?
Myself. Joey, probably for the first time in my life, I am with someone who doesn't treat me like a nurse. I mean, you don't expect me to take care of you, nor do you treat me like some child that needs to be protected. And you make me feel really happy.
Well, believe me, I'm not thinking of you as only a nurse, and certainly not a child.
I know. And everything you just said about being real and honest. Well, I realized this morning that I want that. And I want it from you.
And Kevin?
I'm over him. And I will prove that to you.
Take west. More photos from the crime scene.
Thanks, Tim.
Sure thing.
Detective, can I take a look at those?
Let's hope these tell us something.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, come in. Did we have an appointment?
No, I just wanted to ask you why you keep the ballistic and crime scene reports from the shooting away from the press.
I think I already had this conversation with your colleague, Mr. Hayes.
Yeah, I know. He didn't like your answer, neither do I. Speaking of Mr. Hayes, you know that article he wrote about the suppression of these reports? Boy, that's front page news. I mean, that'd be about an 80-point headline.
Ah, I see. As long as it sells papers, right?
You know what that lead story's gonna be day after day in that newspaper? It's gonna be how our new police commissioner lets a killer walk free while he chases after the wrong people.
Is that your idea of objective journalism?
No, that's my idea of exposing a cover-up.
Be careful you don't get sued for libel, Mr. Buchanan.
Well, it wouldn't be libel if it's the truth now, would it, Mr. Sykes? And you can bet I'm gonna run that story every single day until I find out who killed my cousin and who put my fiancée in a wheelchair.
Kevin, perhaps you're a little too close to the story to be objective.
You can bet I'm objective. And I know the truth. Believe it. See, I watch my family try to hide their pain and suffering over Drew's death every single day. I watch Kelly Kramer, who's gonna marry the guy. I watch her have to stuff away all of her emotion, make herself totally unavailable because the pain runs too deep. And I watch my own fiancé smile at me and try to make things cheerful while she knows that she's gonna spend the rest of her life in a wheelchair. And all this, all the while, I know that the guy who's responsible for all this to my family is out there somewhere because you refuse to catch him. And I want to know what it's going to take. How many people are going to have to get hurt? How many people are going to die before you do what's right?
Hopefully none. Now, we are pursuing our investigation.
That's a bunch of... It's a cover-up. I know it, you know it. Now, I'd like you to just start by telling me the truth, all right? And in fact, while you're at it, why don't you tell me where along the way did you lose sight of the fact that you're supposed to be protecting the upstanding, law-abiding citizens of this town, not slime balls? And you know exactly who I'm talking about.
I'll give you some privacy.
Hey, I got nothing to hide. How about you, Commish?
Kevin? Kevin, I am deeply sorry for your family's loss. I know you want answers, so do I. Let our department do its job.
Okay. I got news for you, though. When the lid gets blown off this thing, the people on the inside, they're gonna see the light of day. I don't care who they are.
As I said, I understand you're under emotional strain.
And there won't be any cover-up. Not while I'm running this investigation.
Oh, really? What do they call the puppet's puppet? Is there a word for that?
If you have anything to back up your allegations, I'll listen. Right now, the evidence points to Dorian Lord Hayes and R.J. Gannon.
Why don't you save it for Graham, Sykes' good buddy? He's the one who's got you by the strings.
Don't let them get to you, John. I know your record. You have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
May I appreciate what you said? Thanks.
You know, not getting that scholarship, I mean, that was pretty tough. But it's not all bad.
How do you figure?
Well, you were right there the whole time. I feel like we were more solid than ever. And I've been saving money. If I give up my apartment, I can save even more. That way, I can afford to go to the Institute next year, even if I don't get the scholarship. You can transfer your credits, and our dreams will be right back on schedule.
In a year?
Maybe not even. We can head to New York after the second semester. And that's just, what, 8 or 9 months?
I've got to go.
What's wrong?
I left my registration forms at home.
It's not a problem. We'll swing by on the way to campus.
No, you know what? That'll take too long. Why don't you just meet me there?
What, you and I secretly making a baby for Beau? I mean, come on.
Well, I've seen Will, you know, he's good stock.
Be serious, would you?
I am. I mean, you're not seeing Blair anymore, so what's stopping
Blair
you?
has nothing to do with
Then
this.
what's the problem?
Well, problem number one is what kind of guy could father a child and then just walk away and let somebody else raise it?
Somebody who understands how much I need this.
Honey, look, this is really crazy, all right? I bet you haven't had a moment's with the
That's
rest since you
completely
brought Beau in.
irrelevant.
No, it's not. You need to relax. You need to go home. Cool out. Wait till your husband comes home and he's feeling better, and then talk it over with him.
So it's your... I see. I rejected you at Tahiti, so you're going to reject me now. Was that it?
Nora, Tahiti was a lifetime ago. This is just...
I know, it's crazy.
It is. It is. Come on, sit down. Come on. It is crazy.
I know you're right.
And you'll see I'm right.
I know you're right.
Yeah.
I know. I just don't. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'll find the right time. I will. I'll tell Bo. I will. I'll find the right time. And then I'll tell him that we can never have this baby that we want so badly. I'll do it. I'll do it.
It is so good to have you back. Are you quite sure you're ready for this, though?
I am willing and I am able.
Mom, I figured you'd be at the courthouse.
Well, Sam promised me he'd call if the jury came back, so.
All right, and I promise you we're going to put somebody, a good photographer, a good writer on it. Whatever the outcome, guilty or not, we'll do it fairly.
Thank you for sticking to your word and letting the court try Todd, not the paper.
Yeah, well.
You don't have to say anything. Let me ask you both a question. Have either one of you talked to Jessie recently?
I haven't even had time to see her. Why?
I don't know. Something's bothering her.
Well, I remember starting college. It was a pretty scary time.
Yeah, that's what she says. I don't think that's it. You know, we've always been able to talk, and this time she's just clammed up.
It's not always easy to be a teenager.
Oh, really? I wouldn't know. Maybe I'll go call her.
You know what we can do is we could set aside some time and do something special with her.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right. What do you say? Where are we?
Well, my interview with Graham is all set up.
Well, that's good.
You turn up anything with Sykes?
No, not yet, but I'm not giving up on it. I'm keeping the pressure on. Is that my phone? That's mine. I'll take it at my desk. Hey, hello. This is Kevin.
Did you get my present?
Who's this?
Follow the footsteps.
Hello? Hello?
In a rage, I got rid of every reminder of Kevin, except for one. This picture. I just couldn't get rid of it. I would carry this thing around with me everywhere, but I don't want it anymore.
Why? Because you're still angry with him?
No, because I'm committing myself to you.
That's what I wanted to hear.
And I'm ready to put Kevin and everything else that happened behind me, once and for all.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie. It's Mom. How are you?
I'm fine.
Did you register for your classes yet?
No, not yet. And you don't have to keep checking up on me.
I know that, sweetie, and I'm not doing that, okay?
Any word about Todd yet?
No, not yet. I tell you why I called. I thought it would be nice if you and I went someplace special for dinner tonight. Just the two of us, okay?
I've got plans.
Well, can't you change them?
No. No, sorry. I'm gonna go, okay? Bye.
You are pregnant, aren't you?
Thank you for listening to the rantings of a lunatic.
Yeah, I don't think you're a lunatic. I think you're just one stressed to the max human being who loves her husband very much and would do just about anything for him, that's all.
Yeah.
You know, actually, it's rather noble. It's a little off the wall, but it's noble.
And you're supposed to be my friend. You wouldn't even help me out, some friend you turned out to be.
Talk to your husband.
Maybe I'll ask someone else.
Hey.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, if I was ever going to have a child with anyone but Bo, you'd be the only candidate.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think. Look, I gotta go to court.
Okay.
I got a whole trial there to check up on.
Tell me how it goes.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
You okay?
Huh?
See you.
Go. Thanks. Dear Mom, I know you probably wanted to tell me the news yourself, but you know Dad. He can't keep a secret. I'm so thrilled about the baby you and Bo are having. It makes this all somehow easier. Thank you for giving me something to look forward to. Love, Rachel. Oh, God. Oh.